what we have to recognize is this. The brain doesn't like to keep having to cognitively reappraise all the time. It likes to kind of work stuff out and think, okay, that's kind of what I think about that. That's kind of what I feel about that. And then have a bit of a set view. And that's the belief system that we can build over time. And that's really important, because what do we believe is going on when we think about our dog's behavior? You know, what is that belief system telling us? Because when we look at it as a little hierarchy, if you like, a little kind of flow chart, we have the belief system, that we'll all have our own belief system. And then because the brain doesn't want to have to cognitively reappraise stuff, it starts to create these cognitive biases and like belief filters to protect that. And that's why, as a vet, you know, you might say something to a client, and it might not necessarily, they might not be hearing what you're saying if you're saying things that are going to be interrupted by those cognitive biases or belief filters. So we'll unpack some of the specifics in a minute, because I know we want to go on to that for the listeners. So we have that. So I just want people to be aware of this kind of process that goes on psychologically. So we've got our belief system then being protected by these cognitive biases and belief filters. And it's that belief system then that drives our expectations and judgments. So my expectation of how my dog should behave will be based upon that belief system, and my judgments will be kind of targeted around what I'm actually perceiving is happening. The problem when we start looking at judgments and expectations, then, if the feedback that comes back to the brain is that that isn't matching those expectations or judgments, we then have a desire to want to control or change or coerce and make that situation match that belief system. And at the end of that kind of little line, if you like, of different things, we have the role of language, because now I need to frame it. I'm going to frame stuff about my dog. I'm going to talk about my dog's behavior in such a way that's going to fit my belief system. So if I believe that my dog's being an idiot, if I believe that my dog's being naughty or bad, or my dog's being dominant, I'm going to create a story around that.